Welcome back, anglers. I'm the Survivalist, and we return Call of the Wild the Angler, where we're going into the gold rank challenges, and for everybody's relief, I've written down some of the hook sizes needed for some of these gold fish, or the gold rank challenge fish that we're going after. So we'll go into our journal first and figure out which one we want to tackle. Alright, we've got a photo challenge to do. I got the gold sauger. There was something else, though, as well from Ruby River Range that I thought I could go for. Another gold rank sauger. There it is, the gold rank sunfish. Okay, so that's right, from down over here. We'll start with that one just because it is going to be, I think, one of the easier ones to find. I know that photo challenge I've got in the sauger. The photo challenge, I think I know where it wants us to go. I'm not 100% sure on it, so I'm not going to, again, make that our first goal. Yeah, let's just get that out, hop into it. I've got the hook size written down, so we don't have to worry about that. We just have to try figuring out the bait type to try using to catch the sunfish. The sauger are nocturnal species, so they're not going to be something I can really go after all that easily. But the perch and the photo challenge we'll try again after this one, if all goes smoothly enough for us. Okay, I'm not sure. I don't know, it feels like... I'm not sure if it's just because no, there's something definitely a little more off with graphics as I'm trying to go along. I don't know if it's because of driver updates I've done or what, but... feels like it's a little more rough for frame rate when we were driving there. But we are where we're at. And I just want to double check the journal, or the handbook, on the sunfish. Yeah, I think there's a little bit of stuff still kind of going through with the graphics loading up for the game and everything. Alright, let's see. There's the sunfish. Okay, so they like bloodworm, redworm, cheese. The only traits we have are they're a jumper and a sun lover. So we'll probably start with the bloodworm, because from what I've got written down, it seems like they will go for hook size of 7, and that's too small for the redworm. But we can try that with the bloodworm. We'll probably stick to using around the default cast depth, or float depth, I should say. Make a lot of distance out there and see if we can get lucky going for them. And see how we do this. I think the next purchase goal I'd be looking for from the shop will be a stronger line for a bottom fishing rod. The reel I think is good with the drag percents and such we were using last time. The rod is strong enough. I think the weak link is that we don't have a line that's strong enough for the lake trout. But again, we'll come back to that eventually. First, we have a lot of other gold rank challenges to go through and tackle. And I think our gear should be equipped to handle it. I mean, considering how large the lake trouts can be, I think it's a good thing to do is, oh, got a little bit too early excited there. I don't know. I'll leave it sitting out in the water a bit. I just heard the jingle and just, like, by reflex pulled it in. I think I'm still a little bit in, alert mode from, like, having done Cabela's earlier. So yeah, we'll just give it a few more minutes. Well, yeah, a couple minutes just sitting there. It might be, maybe I should pull it all the way back in, or maybe I can leave it and something will still be attracted. But I think the angler's going to be a good way to kind of mellow out and soothe down. Again, we're going to keep the angler going with as long as Cabela's does. We have just... actually, no, it'll be next episode, but we are basically at the tundra, or the mountains are over. Tomorrow's episode will be, we've reached the tundra, that's mountains thankfully all done. That was a rough one to go through. Yeah, we've got the tundra that we'll have finally reached. That's the final biome for that game, so that also means that we'll be into the last few stretches for the angler as well. There's another fishing game I will check out, and then we'll have to see what we're going to do afterwards. I still like the idea of the wilderness weekends, but I've got some changes coming up that I'll have to see how we'll play with, or what we'll do considering them. For now, though, everything is going to stay steady, and yeah, you know what? I'm going to bring that in. I think I screwed up with reeling that in way too quickly, or trying to get the hook set too early. So we'll just start fresh, toss this back out, and see if we can get something. But I'm probably going to keep doing the float fishing and the bottom fishing going forward. I mean, I could try some of the spin fishing stuff, but unless the species really lists that it has, like, one of the spin fishing lures they go for, I'm not sure how viable it really is to be using it. Or, like, using that technique. Like, it is nice that it does give me the active engagement of having to use a retrieval method and bring it in, but I think if we compare, like, how old the series has gone, we've gotten more results from the float fishing and even the bottom feeding than we have spin fishing. Which, I mean, granted, yeah, you want to see variation where certain methods are better than others, but it still feels like the spin casting has a very limited power compared to the others. But if we can get the sunfish, we'll aim for the perch next, and then we'll see what else we have for challenges to do. I still might try for the sauger. They are going to be a bit of a tricky catch. I will at least be able to know the right hook size and use that from the start, but the big issue is probably trying to remember... I know they're nocturnal, but I can't remember if they're a bottom-feeding species. Because if they are, I might try for the bottom-feeding rod on with them. Or I could try setting the maximum float depth for float fishing. I'm not too sure which route I'll take. Then there is also I'm not sure how effective the conventional baits that we usually use for float fishing are when used on a bottom fishing line setup. Like, I don't know if they have the same sort of lure appeal to the fish, or it's a little less because it's not, like, used in float fishing. Yeah, don't tell me I blew the only chance we were going to have at trying to catch this gold rank one. It seems like that could be the case. There are a few things swimming closer to shore here, but I'll leave it sitting for another minute or two. Maybe if we can get lucky, something will swim by there and check it out. But, like, I can sort of see the movements right at the bottom. Bottom left there, we can see a little fish swimming around. I don't know what species it is, but I don't know if it's something like we scared the fish away from the middle of the body of water, and now they've kind of, like, gone to an edge or something. Yeah, I'll give it one more minute just sitting out there in the empty water body there. And then maybe just try, like, a quick cast out towards the edges here. Nothing seems to be coming in. I don't see anything to the sides or that. I'll pull that back in and we'll see. Okay, I know I saw it mostly to the bottom left there, so... Okay, I see. I did see the fish get startled off with that landing there, but I'll just leave this and see. It might make a little more sense to try casting more towards the shallow areas of, or like where the bottom and surface aren't that far off. Because if we think about it, what is in completely vacant and empty water far above the bottom of well, I guess lake bed in this case? And there's going to be anything like insects or stuff, they'd probably be more down around the bottom there, so fish, after the food, would be down there too. The top water areas, unless they're trying to get like, fish that are like maybe landing on the surface of the water, probably wouldn't hang out in like just that empty expanse. Of course, I could be completely mistaken here, and it's just like you have to be random and hope something eventually does go after it. Well, we'll try a little bit closer to shore for a while and see if we get any results. I saw something jump out there. Oh. There's something, but I don't know if it's interested. Okay, yeah, we've got a couple of things a little closer to the shore here. At least we're seeing fish around the float. It's better than it was, but I don't know if they're all that interested in the bait. I'll give it a little bit longer sitting to see. Yeah, fortunately, as much as I thought we might have a little bit more better chances of things being interesting coming after it, doesn't look like it. Well, again, I don't want to be too hasty with trying so much repeatedly if we don't see results like in the first couple of instances of casting the line out, but I might look at trying to switch the bait out since we didn't really have anything too interested with it yet. It could even be something, too, where they are actually silver ranked or bronze ranked sized sunfish that we saw, and just because of the hook size, that cancels them out from being interested. But, again, I don't want to keep you guys just sitting here watching a float for the entire episode. So, again, we'll just wait one more minute. I'll pull it out, try to put a different bait on, and we'll try another far out cast, because it did seem like we had something at least showing interest on that first go. It probably was what would have given us our mission success, but I just got a little too trigger happy. Although, I do have to admit, like, let me see if I can lower the rod a little more. The detail on the models and the textures is pretty well detailed. Like, you can read over on the side there. Spinning rod. 15 meters slash 5 feet? 6? Or maybe it's 1.5 meters. But yeah, I'm not... Well, my face might be a little bit in the way, so... Oh, there we go. That's even better. Spinning rod. I think it's supposed to be 1.5 meters slash 5 feet. 5'6" - 15 pounds. Graphite reel seed. Made by Wright. Okay, well, since I was able to read that with the distraction, I'll bring that in. And you know what? This did work once, so let me just see if maybe I need to get another really long cast out there. But yeah, it does make me wonder, like, I know games like Way of the Hunter or Cabela's or some other hunting games have used, like, brand name firearms and such, so I wonder if there's, like, licensing fees. Well, probably have had to be licensing fees for certain things. Oh. We might have an interested customer here. Just give him time to do his thing. We don't gotta be trigger happy. There we go. And yeah, I'm not expecting any resistance from this. It's just a sunfish of whatever size. I'm thinking it has to be a gold because of how the angler still seems to hook, or seems to work with, like, how formulaic it is. Yep, gold sunfish. You literally have hook sizes that completely cancel out anything smaller for the species with them. Is honestly one thing I kind of dislike because you could get the game to be so predictable. But at least for the sake of content, it should be pretty steady for us. So yeah, sauger there. I don't think there's anything else for Ruby River. Yeah, another sauger. So that's 2 sauger to have to get in this area. Or well, I should say in the Ruby River. The perch. And that's about it. Okay, so let's see. The perch, I think, is somewhere around the train bridge, or around the railway down there. So I'll fast travel up here. I know there's a vehicle spot where we can get one called into. We'll try to get that and go for a little bit of a ride. I might also, between recordings, try to adjust the graphic settings for the angler. Just see if I can try to make it a little bit easier watching. But yeah, we're looking for the railway or railroad bridge, and that's the only place I can think of in Ruby River Range that would really be a good place to start for it. It does look like it sort of like completely drops off, though, so it's not entirely connected to one of the cliff sides. That I'm not sure about. It's like, yeah, we have that there. Let's see, it does span, looks like all the way to there. And if I check the journal, looks like there's a drop-off point of it somewhere. And I don't think the map actually... the map doesn't show the bridge actually on it here. So maybe what we'll have to do is just try to think about where the railway bridge will come out to. And that's where we have to try to follow and find it. Oh. Smashed into a bit of a rock there. Okay, so if that's a bit of a tunnel, then do we get to see where it comes out? Okay, so if that's the tunnel that connects to the railway bridge, then we'd have to keep following it. I know this is kind of passing where that sauger is. Okay, and there's that here. Now, let me just check and see. Is this the end of the line, and we basically have to go the opposite direction, or is there a tunnel that would, like, keep going to? The line does keep going. I mean, it stops here, but this one keeps rounding up. Okay, yeah, so it looks like we do have something we can follow. I'm not going to follow it on foot, though. So that's going to take forever, but we should be able to hop back into the vehicle and see where it goes from here. Nope, and also here. A quarter for, like, a measly 10 experience. Okay. Alright, let's... There's the rail line. Okay. You know what? We do need to follow it. So why don't we just drive literally on it? There's no way we can lose it if we use this as our road. I mean, we will have to be a little bit cautious. Okay, so it's going... Seems like it's going to go without the drop-off for quite a ways. Oh, Lord. Okay, well, aside from going off the bridge... Yeah, see, it has a... Unless the picture's wrong, there's, like, a missing part of the rail there. Which, I mean, truth be told, the picture could be wrong. There was the other photo mission that was pretty messed up we tried doing, too. But this is, I think, the only railroad in the entire reserve. So if we can keep along it... Okay, that line ends there. Both lines end here. Shoot. Yeah, that makes me unsure of where to try going for. Like, I'm trying to think if we spotted anything like a rail line when we're going to do the first photo challenge, but I don't think so. And because they don't appear on the map, there's not really a spot that I can kind of say, I'm using the overhead to point out, okay, this is where we gotta go, or that's what we should look for. Although, okay, one thing is, it's looking to a very tall peak. It could be that there, or that over there. God, it's not really any good landmarks. Yeah, let me take another look at the map. I'm kind of wondering... See, I don't think it's up here, but it could be maybe somewhere around in this area. So let me fast travel back here. I mean, I was just in this area, but I thought I'd kind of known where we had to go for it. We'll call the vehicle again. And just see... There is the bit of the rail line here, so maybe we can follow that. And see where it goes off to. Because we got the bridges here. Okay, looks like... I don't know if it goes through a tunnel that we won't be able to follow or not, but you know what? Let's just try and see... Oh, we can follow it. Okay. I mean, it is kind of hard to keep as we're going. I think we may have found it. Yeah, this completely... Now, let's see. Well, uh-oh. Pretty damn good suspension in the vehicle if we can put up with that. But yeah, this has got to be it. Okay. Oh, well, it says new water body. Let me take a look. So, yeah, there's the last one, that there. So I think we're actually at that dock over there. Took a little bit to find it, but again, now that I have the hook sizing already figured out, all we have to do is try for the right bait to get what we're after. But at least for photo challenges like this, you do have a landmark you can try following and using to find it. Yeah, see, that actually lines up with what the picture is wanting you to get. It's not the exact same. It's probably one of the closer ones, though. I will give it that. Okay, let's see. We just need a gold-yellow perch. They like bloodworm, too. And they actually use the same hook size. So I should be able to just use our exact same setup. And we might be able to snag a gold one at a little bit of time. But then after this, I may try for the sauger. Just because it's a species I haven't really gone for that much, there are the 2 challenges to do for it. So if we can figure out what works for the one, it might make it easier for the second. But we'll have, again, all the next episode. Hopefully we can spend at that. All we need from here is hopefully a perch to get interested and try going for it. Okay, it's just how the shadow of, I guess, a cloud or something is when we're in full view. I thought there's a big shadow lurking underneath our float there. And is there anything for the perch that... bottom lurk. Okay. You know, if they're a bottom lurker, I'm going to pull this back in. We're going to toss this... set it down to the lowest it can go. And try it further out. Because at least that's one of the things I like about the traits, is if it says it's a bottom lurker, that kind of gives you a clue of, okay, when it comes to float fishing, try to set as deep as you can go, or if you have bottom feeding rod, try using that. It gives you some kind of clue to help you narrow down your tactics for getting them. Although, truth be told, when I've gone for the perch any other time, I don't think I've actually had it set to be, like, really deep for the lures. I'm trying to think of what I have used in the past to get them, but I don't think I've ever done anything that has been, again, like, deep water. Let's just hope we see something in a moment here. I mean, I'm hearing stuff happening to the water, but I don't know exactly where that is. Let me see about pulling this a little bit ahead here. Not too close. But try to bring it in maybe more towards like where the shallower stuff is here. Like, I'm hearing stuff right in my... No, you know what? I'm gonna try... Yes, okay, I think that's a sunfish or something I'm seeing swimming around there, but I figure... What if I actually try going where I'm seeing fish? Like, will that help improve our odds? So again, we'll give this a moment or two. If we don't have anything, we'll end the episode, but still keep trying here. I think it took a little longer finding the spot in the challenge than I wanted to, but having just that the variable of the hook size not being an issue, it'll really help a lot for sticking with some of these challenges to try going for. Ooh. There was one. 2. I can't see what it is, so it might be what we're after. But again, I don't think we have to worry about our gear not handling the size. Looks like it might be a perch. I actually have to secure it, which is a little odd. There we go. Perfect. And up to level 20. Now, that almost made it look like it got added into our back. I think it did get... Okay, so for reaching level 20, we actually got some new stuff given to us. And it's actually the strongest stuff we've gotten so far for rods. So yeah, we'll start putting the X86 Marksman to use next episode, as well as the Belta 2.0. It's a little bit stronger than the Yago we did pick up. So the biggest thing, I think, will be trying to get the strongest line we need for some of our stuff ahead. But let's fast travel here quickly, because I'm pretty sure the Sauger, one of them, is at least around this spot. So next episode, we can start right at those, and see if we can get lucky going for them during time of day they're not supposed to be active at. But thank you all very much for joining me on this episode called Wild the Angler. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to give it a like, and if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure to leave in the comments right down below. Until I see you all next video or episode, Anglers and Survivors, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy angling.